I have some lore. It's time for me to tell me a bit more about you and a bit more about you? No, a bit more about me. A bit more about me, chat, and how I came to be a streamer. Because, as you've noticed, I'm a pixie girl. What's a pixie girl doing on the internet? Time to make a wiki page, right? What's a pixie girl doing on the internet, huh? Well, we're about to find out. We are about to find out. I did some pics for this. I drew them myself. I hope you guys like them, because they're scuffed as heck, and they took me like 2 days. So, please be nice. So yeah, I thought I might tell you a little bit more about what I used to do before I was a streamer on the internet. So, it's lore time, you guys. So, as you know, I am a pixie. Now, I often get people coming by people saying, "Oh, you're a fairy. Oh, you're an elf." But you guys, I'm a hecking pixie. There's a big difference, okay? There's a difference. So, I come from the land of the Fae. That's where I come from. I used to kill demons. There's a big difference between pixies and fairies and elves. So there are 3 kinds of fey creatures. First of all, there's fairies. These are fairies. So I hope you like these. I doodled them in my notepad. So I hope you guys like them. There's fairies, for one thing. First of all, you got fairies. Fairies have butterfly wings, right? So they have wings like a butterfly. So you know when you see a butterfly and it's got those kind of like big ass wings? That's what fairies have. I don't have fairy wings. I have more kind of like fly bug wings. Now, fairies are like really small and they're kind of pretty, but they're like super vain and super petty. They're like really self-obsessed. I'm not gonna lie. This is super good. Kinda good. Yeah, so fairies, they're not that cool to hang out with. They're really self-obsessed. They're always looking in a mirror, doing their makeup, all that sort of thing. They don't have any jokes. The art's cool because of the colours. Were fairies once lava before they got wings? Nah, we were born fairies, not like butterflies. Butterflies actually got the idea from fairies to have their wings like that. Next in the Fae world are elves. So there's elves and fairies. Now, elves don't have wings. This is something that people get really confused about. Elves don't have wings at all. Now, they're known for being really tall. They're known for living a really long time and being kind of smart. Like, they're kind of intelligent. They have more than one brain cell. They're like the highest class. In the land of the Fae, we have a class system. I know, right? Like, it's like capitalism all over again. And they are mega, like, snooty and up themselves. They think they're better than everyone because they're, like, the high class. They're like, oh, we are elves. We are better than everyone else. And everyone's like, yeah, whatever. It's whatever. We get it. You've got big brains. Jeez, fine, whatever. So they think they're better than everyone else. And then finally, we got pixies. Obviously pixies are the best of the Fae. We're the best ones. They have more pointy wings than fairies. Fairies have kind of like big ass, big butterfly wings. We have like kind of bug fly wings. Like they're a bit more like a fly wing than everyone else. Obviously pixies are chill. We're really cool. We're down to earth. We're fun to hang out with. We're charismatic. We're really modest. And generally, we're just kind of great people. So if you're going to meet a Fae creature, I recommend meeting a pixie. And that's me. I'm a pixie. So obviously, sure, we can be a little mischievous, all right? We can be a little bit mischievous. And we can cause some trouble. We can cause a little chaos. But you know, it's not our fault. We like to have fun. We just like to have a fun time, you know? And if the other classes can't really take that, then that's not our fault. Pixies tend to have good fashion sense. That too. So in our world, there is a hierarchy, a bit like there was a hierarchy in the human world. Now, I know there's capitalism even in the fairy world. You can't escape it. So on the Alright, this has gone the wrong way around. On the bottom, I was gonna go top down. Okay, bottom are pixies. Pixies are the lowest class out of all these classes. We are the kind of like least powerful out of all the classes. We're considered the least cool. No, the slaves. Then you got fairies, who are kind of the they normally kind of serve the highest ranking elves. No communism, no, sad. I know, sad times. Oh, I forgot to say, fairies are the most likely out of the Fae to go interfering with humans. They're so pretty to look at that, like, humans just love seeing them. Is this the food pyramid? You must eat 4 pixies and 2 fairies per day. Am I actually big or tiny? Oh no, I'm like a normal human size, you know? I'm a normal human size. Now listen, chat. If I'm saying fairies are pretty, they are like real. Listen, you guys are all humans. If any of you saw a fairy, you would literally not be able to control yourself. I would send you to jail. You would just sell your soul instantly, like at once. And like you just never seen anyone as pretty as a fairy, like ever in your life, like ever. Hey Foxy, this is better than I thought it would. You know, I aim to please. I aim to surprise and please. Are humans under all of them? Humans are kind of like a different. It's like you wouldn't consider bugs in the hierarchy of humans, right? Like they're a completely different thing. They're just like we're like, ah, humans. They're kind of cute, I guess. And fairies, they kind of just love the compliment of controlling your little mortal souls, rather. So basically, you cannot trust them. They will come at you. They will try to take your soul. They will attempt to get you under their control, and you would not be able to stop them because you'd be like, you'd be like, pretty fairy. Yeah, that's you guys. Sell my soul, bet. Are you calling us bugs? Well, I mean, you kind of like bugs. You kind of like bugs. You know. At least you're a pog bug. So the fairies, they kind of deal in the commerce and trade in the Fae world. Now, obviously, the pixies are lower than us. The other classes don't really oppress us exactly, but we do kind of live separately to the other classes. So I guess we are oppressed, actually. Now that I think about it, like we interact a bit with the fairies, but an elf, who are the top of the food chain, they would never talk to us directly. They'd never even want to talk to us directly. Elves are always the richest. They're the most powerful out of all of us. Obviously, the Queen of the Fae is an elf. She's always been an elf. The Queen of the Fae has always been an elf forever. And that didn't seem likely to change at all. Elves are bitches. We do not stan elves. Pixie is the working class? Yeah, basically. A fairy will never take your soul because you're a fox ocelot hybrid. Oh, you're probably safe then, Foxy. You're probably alright. To be fair, you're probably alright. So that's the kind of food chain. Now, that's the way things sort of were in our world. So as you can imagine, a lot of the pixies were a bit resentful of the sort of way things were for a long time. And when I was growing up, there was definitely a movement to like thinking about a rebellion. But I never really paid much attention to it. I guess I was too busy doing other things, like playing Pokemon. But maybe I should have paid some attention to it, actually thinking back on it. So one day, in the fairy world, things were going on as normal, but then one thing happened. A demon king took over. A demon king took over, and it was all real bad. It was all real bad. Now, I wasn't there when he turned up, but this is how I sort of imagine it playing out in my head. I wasn't in the throne room when it happened, but this is sort of what I imagined. Something like this. So, here's the Demon King talking to the Elf Queen, and the Demon King's like, I'm taking over now, I've come from hell, I'm evil and stuff, so like, get up. He kind of hot though. He dog baby. Chill out. So the Demon King's like, I'm taking over, I'm evil and stuff, so like, get out. And then the Elf Queen's like, no, I don't wanna get out. He's from hell, so he must be hot. Ha! Funny so cute. I mean evil. And then the Demon King's like, please though, but I came all the way from hell, and it was a really long journey, and and this is you know, I'll be really sad if you don't let me take over. And the Elf Queen's like, all right, well, since you asked so nicely, I guess I can let you be the Demon King. And the Demon King's like, all according to my plan, all according to Keikaku Nom. And then the Elf Queen's like, bah! I mean, I never saw the Elf Queen again, so like, I don't know where she went. This is what I assume happened. I sort of assume that. Hey, Deadless, thank you so much for the follow. We're doing lore. I mean, yeah, I never saw her again. Did she taste good? You'd have to ask the Demon King. You'd have to ask him. Well, anyway, the Elf Queen was gone at this point. However she went, she was gone. And now we had the Demon King to deal with. And this guy, he was hecking mean. Like, he was horrible. But he did not discriminate. He was mean to everyone. The elves were so mad. So here we are, we're all working on the field. At this point, we all had to work the field. We were all the labourers. We were all the Demon King's slaves. I mean, it was kind of vindicating, but it also, like, sucked. Because life didn't get any better for us. It just got worse for everyone else. And we were, like, hungry all the time, and we worked for hours and hours, and basically it was kind of rough. This went on for a really long time. Like, Stardew Valley IRL. Yeah, except we didn't get to, like, hit on any hot townsfolk. We just had to work, and work, and work, and work. For a long time. And it sucked. But in my spare moments, there was kind of one thing that got me through all the long hours, all the sleepless nights, all the hardships. Of course, it was Pokemon. I played a lot of Pokemon growing up, and whenever I had a spare moment, I was too tired to do anything else. I was working in the fields. The true definition of no lives matter but mine. Yeah, he was mean. Demon King was mean. But I played a lot of Pokemon. This is me playing Pokemon. I love it. I got stars in my eyes, you know, stars in my... Nope. Oh, Pokemon. Now the other Pixies and I used to sort of cover for each other sometimes so that we could like sneak off and have a day off. And as long as the Demon King's minions didn't notice, it was normally fine. Now the Demon King's minions, they had a really hard time telling us apart, so they normally couldn't tell if one of us had kind of snuck off. You play human games? Yeah, you humans make some cool games. Like I used to sneak through and get loads of games from the human world. That's the one thing you're kind of good for, humans. You make some good video games. So on these days, I kind of snuck off to play some Pokemon Go. So off I am going in the trees. I'm gonna play some Pokemon Go. It's my little day off. I'm trying to hide from all the Demon King's minions. Play some Pokemon Go. You know, just chilling. Now, I must have wandered a lot further than I thought. I still don't really know how this happened, but I ended up in the palace grounds with the sun setting, and I was like, crap, I gotta get out of here. I suddenly noticed that I was like within the grounds, and the palace was like really close by, but I was like, what's going on? Demons are racist? Yeah, man, they're super racist. So I was like, I gotta get out of here, but by the time I snuck back to the gates, they'd all been locked for the night. I was like, oh god. Oh Jesus. I realised then I was trapped. I was like, oh jeez. Oh god. What's gonna happen to me? So I was stuck overnight in the palace grounds. But you know, I've always been someone to make the best of a situation, you know. I wasn't gonna let this really deter me. And I realised there were tons of Pokestops here. And at the top of the castle, there was a gym. Chat, you know, I was going to get that gym at the top of the castle. You know it. No one else would have got that. I was going to be the first one there to get it. I was getting it. This is why you pay attention when playing Pokemon Go. I know, I should have been paying more attention, but I didn't. Pixie really do be doing human stuff without thinking. So, you're probably thinking, Claude, like, are you really gonna wander into the Castle of Death with a literal Demon King just chilling inside? But listen, even if I stayed lurking around the outside, I was still gonna get caught. Like, there was an equal number of guards everywhere. The Demon King had guards outside as well. I was gonna get caught no matter what I did, so I was just like, you know, screw it. I went in. I went into the castle. Now, listen, when I tell you, I made short work visiting all those Pokestops. Look, I'm visiting them all. I'm going up and down stairs. I'm getting my steps in for the day. It's all going very well. But suddenly, I made my way to the top of the castle where the gym was. But then, when I got there, I sort of heard something weird. It was kind of like singing, like some kind of music, some kind of singing. Some like really deep voice singing. Hey Grower! God, you transformed! I have. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, we're doing lore. We're talking about where I came from, what I was doing. I'm in the Demon King's castle. So, I heard this singing. And listen, okay, this is gonna make me sound like I'm really stupid. I got curious, okay? I don't know, I got curious. I wanted to know what's going on. Listen, you're telling me that if you heard a weird, deep voice singing Tainted Love in the middle of a demon castle, you're not going to take a look. He was literally like, Tainted Love. Sometimes I feel I've got to. You went towards it, never gonna go near that. We're different then. Demonic karaoke, yeah. Anyway, I went towards it, and you know what I stumbled on? Chat, do you know what I stumbled on? I leave for a phone call and come back to this. This is my lore, Lofi. I'm telling you about my backstory. Chat, do you want to know what I found? Hey, Chrome Chroma, thank you so much for the follow. Do you know what I found? The Demon King in the bath. He was in the bath. I didn't know what to do. Like, I was like, like, I know, right, why can't he keep the door locked? Where were his guards? Who was he expecting? And I am concerned. I am concerned as well. Now, like, as these thoughts are running through my mind, the Demon King suddenly looked up and saw me. Why, rubber duck? Listen, even Demon Kings like rubber ducks in the bath. Definitely a crack pig. And I thought, listen, this is it. I'm gonna die. He's gonna zap me. Or he's gonna eat me like he ate the Elf Queen. This is it. It's all over. It's all over for me. And I think that's what he was planning to do. He went, like, super red in the face, and he leapt up out of the bath, and he started yelling for the guards. And I was like, Demon King can't see without his glasses. And I was like, but he must have got up too quickly, because he was trying to get out of the bath, and he slipped, and then he tripped, and then he fell out of the bathtub, straight on his head, with a massive crack. And then he lay there without moving. And all the while, I hadn't even grabbed the gym. I didn't know what to do. I was just standing there. I was like, what's happening? What's happening right now? Yeah, so I killed the Demon King, like, sort of by accident. But he was dead. He was, like, fully dead. Lucky crit. Yeah, he was fully dead. Yeah, I should have run and got the gym. But, like, I was too shocked to do anything. Now, the guards arrived, and I thought they were gonna kill me for killing the king. But, as it turned out, they were actually, like, super grateful. Because they thought I'd, like, vanquished him on purpose. They thought I'd, like, come in to slay the evil king, and, like, I'd succeeded. And, like, they were really happy, and everyone was really happy. And it turned out, like, obviously the Demon King had taken over by force. No one really liked him. Put 100 stats on luck. So anyway, word got around, like, super quickly that a pixie, a mere pixie, had slain the Demon King. And seriously, the pixies, who'd been really resentful when the elves were in charge, jumped on that so quick that I didn't even have any idea what was going on. But before I knew what was happening, I was being kind of hoisted up as some kind of figurehead, like, Claude killed the Demon King, she's amazing. Granny loves Warren Zevon, thank you so much for the follow, enjoy your stay. Now the Elf Queen was gone, and now the Demon King was dead. They wanted to push away the old traditions, and all of a sudden, I was being crowned the Pixie Queen. Yeah, so, all of a sudden, I was the queen. So listen, you might be thinking, wow, this is great, I'm the queen, happy days, great life, but guys, you don't understand. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea. Lord Stream, hey Lostria! Yeah, I had no clue. I was like, what is happening right now on this day? I just want to play Pokemon Go. We have royalty. Queen Claude, yeah. So I had no clue what was going on. Now, I started listening to people's stories. Like, this was a horrible reign to take over. People had lost their homes, they'd lost their families, the Demon King had killed them all. Like, I wanted to help them. Like, sure, why would I have not wanted to help them? But, like, I didn't know how, and I ended up making things so much worse every single time. Like, I tanked the economy, first of all, by investing in some cryptocurrency that I didn't really understand. I don't know how I did that, but the economy was tanked. I tried to fix it. I started printing money. Then I was told that wouldn't work. So we had massive inflation. Queen Claude, best Claude. Maybe not. I accidentally sponsored an illegal dragon breeder. And I was like, this guy's cool. And then everyone was like, he is murdering baby dragons. And then I was like, maybe not. Hey, Vulcanator, you missed a lot by leaving for 20 minutes. So I sponsored this legal dragon breeder, and everyone was like, wow, Claude loves killing baby dragons now? Queen Claude kills baby dragons? And I was like, no, I don't love to kill baby dragons, no. So that sucked. And once I was supposed to give this address to representatives from all three races, and I tripped down the stairs, and it was kind of cringe. I just fell, and I forgot I could fly. For like a moment, I forgot that I could fly. I know, it sucked. Claude cancel party. Aren't they endangered? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't mean it. I didn't know what he was doing. You need a copy of my lore. It will be on my YouTube. I'm gonna make a clip of it. Now, basically, it was a complete categorical disaster. And I didn't even have time to play Pokemon anymore. I was so sad. I didn't have time to play Pokemon anymore because I was so busy running the whole freaking kingdom. The whole freaking kingdom. It's my responsibility now for some reason. So, elves started leading rebellions against me, fairies started spreading rumours against me and gossip against me. Like, even the pixies thought I was kind of useless, which was really embarrassing. And, listen, you guys, I tried. I tried so hard. I tried so hard, but this went on for months, and finally oh, that's not my right brow movement. Yeah, Claude didn't know what she was doing. I couldn't take it anymore, basically, and finally I decided I was going to run away. So, I decided I was gonna run. I was gonna flee. So I snuck out of my castle. Now my castle now. I could get the Pokestop whenever I wanted. In the dead of night, and I knew I had to get really, really far away from the land of the Fae. So I hiked for days without stopping. You think that these little feetsies and these little wings just sit at my PC all day? I'm little squishy streamer. No, think again. I walked for miles. I knew that they were all going to try and find me. They were going to send search parties after me. I was the hecking queen. Like, I knew they were going to try and get me, but I was like, I can't go back. So I had to run until I couldn't run anymore. Hey, Ultimate, welcome. Your birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Now, I ran until I got to the border between the human world and the Fae world. Now, the border's kind of this magical mix between like an actual physical border and a metaphysical border. You can usually pass through it without much trouble if you're a fae, but if you're a human, you can't really see it and you wouldn't really know it's there. So, like, I could see the human world on the other side, but if you were in the human world, you might just see like a heat haze type situation. You wouldn't be able to see the fae world. So, if you ever see a heat haze, you might be looking into a border between the fairy world and the human world. So that's a fun fact. Did I think I could fly again? No, I used my wings. It's fine. Now, this is what I was looking for. Because the boundaries between the worlds were so blurred, I would be more difficult to track. They couldn't really, all the tracking devices got a little bit blurry between it. So you couldn't really see, you wouldn't be able to find me if I was somewhere in this vicinity. You love the children's storybook drawings? Thank you. I tried really hard. So this is where I could hide. So I found a rundown tower. I found a kind of Rapunzel's tower type situation. And I realised this is where I could hide. So I spent weeks polishing up this tower. I made myself a little home, and it was so cute. I even managed to sneak into the human world for supplies every now and again, and sort of hook myself up to what you humans call the human internet. Now, this was really great for a while, but it wasn't long before I started getting quite lonely. I was in my tower, I was on my own, I couldn't go back to the fairy world. Human world was a little bit, I mean, I've got these wings, so, I mean, it's a bit awkward if I walk around the wings in the human world. People are going to be like, what are you doing? So, I had kind of video games and books to keep me occupied, but it wasn't really enough. So that's when I realised if I could get through to the human world's internet, I could also make connections with actual real human people by streaming. So, here I am. And that sort of leads us up to the present. So I still live in that tower. That's where I am right now, in my little tower, making connections with all of you online, and it just stops me from being lonely. And, you know, I eventually found Dan, and I found a cat, and they don't hurt either. And the only thing I hope is that I don't submit any kind of signals to the Fae world, or one day they might just be able to find me. And I really hope that doesn't happen. So I hope that my signals are only transmitting to the human world, otherwise we might be in trouble, and I might be taken back to be queen one day. So that's my lore. Face reveal. Yeah, it's my face. You see? There I am. There I am streaming. Does Dan fix up the tower? Yeah, all the time. He's really helpful. Yeah. So that's my lore, you guys. And this is also what my setup looks like. Got my little microphone, got my mouse, got my iPhone. Yeah, that's my lore.